Malaysia, you can say, is like one of the most affordable countries you can study at.
What it's like to study in Malaysia through the eyes of Kenyan-born Khawlah Ahmed.
I've met so many people. There's even some countries I've never heard of.
And why more and more Kenyan scholars are choosing to come here.
We are very welcoming. It's a home away from home.
This, as King's developers continue their dominance of Kenya's real estate space.
When I saw the units, I actually saw an investment opportunity which I didn't let pass.
For some time now, Malaysia has become a mecca for all things education. With its impressive multiculturalism, accessibility, reputable universities, technological advancements, co-curricular activities and command of the English language, Malaysia is creating a niche for itself as a top educational hub for international students. This is exactly what lured Mombasa-raised Khawlah Ahmed, a computer science student at the Asia Pacific University in Kuala Lumpur, as the locals call it.
Malaysia, you can say, is like one of the most affordable countries you can study at. For studying like the whole degree, miaka mitatu hapa, so itakuwa like 20,000 USD. But if you compare with Europe or even America maybe, it's gonna be around 20,000 for just 1 year. And another thing is, I like the duration of his degree. Degree yangu is 3 years, but other places or countries, mainly it's 4 years. So 1 year down is actually a plus for me.
Yes, Malaysia is affordable when compared to other countries offering the same quality of education. In addition, some of the country's learning institutions offer unique educational incentives for students.
In APU, I can opt for dual degree. So dual degree is such that I'm getting 2 degrees after I finish. I'm gonna get the APU degree certificate, and also I have another certificate from UK, De Montfort University. So I also get that degree. So
killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Exactly. So for that, I will have UK accreditation, meaning I can even work outside.
Wow.
So I can work in Europe.
Yeah.
As of last year, the number of international students studying in Malaysia was slightly over 100,000, with the country targeting to grow the number to 250,000 by the end of 2025. This has seen a push from both private and public institutions in the attraction of foreign learners. Professor Vinesh Tiruchelvam is the Chief Innovation and Enterprise Officer as well as the Chief Sustainability Officer of one such private institution, the Asia Pacific University of Technology and Innovation, where Khawlah is enrolled.
We started APU as an institute back in 1993. We have grown over the years into a college, a university college, and in 2012 we were given the prestigious status of being a full-fledged university in Malaysia by the Ministry of Higher Education. We are the #1 tech-based university, at least in the region in Southeast Asia, and definitely in Malaysia. Right now, we have close to 14,000 students on campus. There is a mixture of about close to 60% international students coming from 130 countries around the world, and a balance of around 40% of local Malaysian students. Over the years, we've had quite a sizable number of students from Kenya. Right now, we are in the hundreds from Kenya. I've personally taught Kenyan students in the engineering school. I've also supervised the second ever PhD student to enter APU. Her name is Stella Nayambura Mbao. She graduated with a PhD in technology. She's currently she has become an academic in the Jomo Kenyatta university. Yeah,
Agriculture.
exactly. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I still keep in touch with her. We have done a lot of sustainability projects and research together. We are very welcoming. It's a home away from home, right? Weather, perfect conditions, tropical, very safe in terms of climatic conditions. Food, the food is almost the same. A lot of the base for the food and beverage is very similar to what's being eaten in East Africa for that matter, or Africa in general. The people are very kind. From a religious perspective, we're very moderate, very welcoming. We are a multicultural country, which means that we embrace all religions. We have basically very well known as Malaysia Truly Asia. You can find all Asians in Malaysia. So a student that comes from Africa is very at home when they are in Malaysia.
Personally, in APU, I've met so many people. There's even some countries I've never heard of, but I came to learn about some people. Like, I have never heard of, let's say, a country called Timor-Leste, but there's a lot of students from there. Really rich culture. You learn a lot. I've met other African students from other countries in Africa. I've met Asian students. Basically,
Wow.
I've met a lot
you've
over
seen
the continent.
So anyone that comes from outside this region, especially from the 130 countries, or specifically Kenya, they are coming to go through an experience, and it's a technology-based embracing an exposure experience over the 3 to 4 years that they are on campus. They are exposed to the current trends in technology, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, learning technological back-ends like computing, software engineering, working on projects which are very linked to the industry, and taking back that skills, knowledge, that experience, that entire journey exposure back to their home countries. And a lot of our Kenyan students have actually done that. They are working in top companies. Some of them work for the power industry in Kenya.
My aim after studying computer science, I want to work as a software engineer or a software developer, or I might also go into data science. I'm still weighing my options, but I'm also thinking of a master's.
And life, generally, transport, food, accommodation, how is it?
Okay, for me, since I'm in Kuala Lumpur, transport is not an issue because there's trains, there's buses, and it's like to go somewhere, atakama it's like 3 kilometers, let's say, itakuwa kama like 10 ringgits, go and return, which is like 300 za Kenya to say. Kuna off-campus accommodation. So if you're under APU, but you live off-campus, they provide accommodation to the university and also timings for going back. So those are for students for off-campus, but let's say you're not under APU, it's no problem. There's a bus every 20 minutes that goes to the nearest train station. We call them LRTs. So the LRT is LRT Bukit Jalil, the nearest one from here. So basically the bus goes to LRT Bukit Jalil and comes back. So like you can go from LRT Bukit Jalil to APU, and APU also takes you back to the LRT.
Another thing I'm sure Kenyans or people listening to you kutoka back home wangependa kujua. So how is it different, the university system here, or what? How would you compare? You've heard about Kenyan universities. Alafu wewe ume-experience hapa. Kuna tofauti gani? Maybe there are lessons to be learned both ways, Kenya, Malaysia, Kenya.
Yeah, kuna utofauti kabisa kwa sababu hapa it's rarely like classes itakuwa cancelled, and hata kama itakuwa cancelled, lecturer atakwambia and ata-replace your class, or ama ata-record like the lecture and then ascend on Teams. So we mainly use Teams, Microsoft Teams for like classes. So ata-send hapo and then you can just watch it on your anytime. And also the other thing is like with lectures, and we have lectures and tutorials. So tutorials is like after the lecture, so like kuna zile questions and stuff what you learned from the lecture. So basically for those, they're all recorded.
Khawlah says coming to Malaysia was one of the best decisions of her life, having experienced all that the country has to offer when it comes to matters education. Her wish is to see more and more foreign students take up the education opportunities here. However, she does have this to say to anyone interested in coming here.
Basically, I feel like you have to outline your goals. Like umekuja hapa kufanya nini, wataka kuachieve nini after you finished. Kwa sababu hapa uweza kuja ukacheza, relax, lakini hapa wafaa kuja ukijua hapa mimi nimekuja nimalize nipate hini. I feel like that is very important kama like you want
know
to
your
achieve
purpose.
something.
We at Chams Media wish her well as she continues shooting for the stars.
My name is Jacinta Atieno Kumu. I work with the African Council of Religious Leaders. I head a finance department and I'm also Deputy Secretary General of the organization. We started our journey with the Kings in last year, September. That is September 2024. I visited one of their sites. At that time, I was looking for a space to do a residential. Then I came across a friend who told me they heard about Kings, so they took me to their site at Ruiru. My first interaction with the first person I met was good. They introduced themselves. They allowed me to go and have a look at what they had. They explained to me very well what they had and what it takes to be an investor. So I felt welcomed very well. My interest was much driven just by the fact that they showed me everything, all the drawings, all the approvals, everything that was there. So I have invested in 3 units, 2 units of 2 bedrooms, master and suite for both, and a studio.
King's Orchid is one of our projects which, when we decided to build, we wanted something accessible to Kenyans. For a while there, home ownership was a journey where people would think it's not very much attainable and you needed a lot of funds to have it. Even just having property was a story for people. So we wanted to close that gap. And how do you close that gap? It's by ensuring that the prices match and are able and are accessible to every citizen in Kenya. And that's what actually we had in mind. And that's the reason why we have a property which is 1 million Kenyan shillings, and people cannot believe 1.5. It's actually possible. All the houses will have high-speed lifts. There's a perimeter boundary wall. There's cobble pavements. There's a borehole. There's parking for all houses. There will be shared parking for a few houses. There's also a community hall where you don't want to host people in your house, so you can be able to now just host people at the community hall. There will also be a shopping center. So it's a one-stop shop. This is another community that we are actually creating, because one of our fortes is actually building communities. So we're actually building another community in Thika.
When I saw the units, I actually saw an investment opportunity which I didn't let pass. I am an investor. I like taking opportunities when they present themselves. And so I told myself, I can have another chance to have what I was looking for at that time. But for these, the opportunity presented to me, I saw it was good, and so I decided to go for it. I loved the unit plans. They talked a lot about houses that families would love to live in. The plan of the whole site was good. It attracted me. The lady who was showing me around was very friendly, very welcoming, and she was very much conversant to what was going on. Although at that time, I think only 2 blocks were already, started. Out of, there are supposed to be 5 blocks. She explained to me very well the site plan and everything that was underway. So that was very positive for me, and I liked my whole experience when I visited.
The importance about the location in Thika is that it's centrally placed. Because of where Thika Road is, you're able to really access the project very fast, and also the fact that it's actually just along the road. It's not really hidden. it's strategically placed where if you're looking to do a business, you're able to do that. If you just want your communal, your everyday life to be quite easy, the location is perfect for you.
So for me, I think it's the openness that, I encountered the first time. And all along, as we have been journeying together, they've always shared what is in the plan, what's going to happen. Even if there are new sites coming up, they always share through email. And then we also have the follow-up, the telephone follow-up, WhatsApp, just communication on check-in. How are you doing? Can we be of assistance with something else? That is very refreshing.
And our portfolio speaks for itself, because we know we are not a developer who's just been here for 1 year, 1 month. We've been here for over 21 years. Actually, it's our 21st year. So we're able to really do the cost calculations, and also remember the fact that we are a trial group of companies. So we're able to really facilitate and incorporate everything so that it can benefit you, the client.
So that gave me confidence that this must be a good developer. And then I talked to my sister about Kings. And then she told me, oh, so you have also known Kings. I asked her, oh, so you know Kings? She said, yes, I know them. And one of her workmates actually invested with Kings Nakuru. So with the two, I was confident enough that this is a good company.
What you can find in King's Orchid, number one, a studio, that's 1 million Kenyan shillings. Then there's a 1-bedroom at 1.5 million. Then there's a 2-bedroom standard, that's at 3.4 million. Then there's a 2-bedroom master ensuite at 4.08. And then there's a 3-bedroom master ensuite at 4.8 million. Construction is ongoing. The good thing about us is that we build as we sell, and so we usually invite clients. As we are building, they are paying. So you're able to do a lipa pole pole kind of a situation where you don't really feel that you are overwhelmed with the price. It looks like it's 4.8 million. But if you do a deposit, then every month you're paying 100 Gs or 280. It's curated for everybody. So you're able to really relax as you pay for your next home, for your next investment.
I actually love what Kings have because they give you an option. You have all the options that can be available for an investor to use as a payment plan. So they have monthly payment plans. You are free to pay every month what is friendly to your pocket. Then they have quarterly payment plans. If you decide you want to pay quarterly, after every 3 months you pay, they give you a schedule of what you are supposed to pay and the dates you are supposed to pay. But they make you choose, what is comfortable for you. They also have half yearly plans, like you pay twice in a year. So they throw it to you, and you, the investor, you choose what is comfortable for you. So for me, I think that is really good because for investing, you always look at what are your incomes, what you have. What you intend to do with what, so it gives you an easy time. What I plan to do is to rent out the units so that I can have income that comes in even when I'm not working. Knowing that, sometimes with these jobs we do, there is no guarantee that the job will be there 3 years from now, 5 years from now. So knowing that I have something that will be bringing income, a monthly income, is I feel, secured. With real estate, really, I don't think anybody can ever go wrong with real estate, because what I know about real estate is that it's always appreciating. Real estate never depreciates. So having invested in Kings, the units are supposed to be ready by next year, July or December. Say 3 years after that, the cost of that house will not be the same. Even if I wanted to sell off, if I had some financial difficulties and I wanted to sell off, I would find many investors wanting to invest, and by that time the price that I would get would be much higher than what I've invested. It's good to know stable developers, and I can say, without fear of contradiction, that I know that King's Development is a stable developer. That is number one, stability. They try to keep the promise. as much as possible. So yes, I would encourage anybody else who would like to invest with Kings to just go for it and never to waste any opportunity.
What makes Kings Developers unique, number one, I really liked what Jacinta said, is that our sales team, our people, even if in the office or at site, you get a VIP treatment. We want to make you feel comfortable and relaxed. So, you know, actually the funniest thing is that she had never met Joyce until today. So you can imagine, so it's just a phone conversation and she can be able to trust you and purchase a property. So there's the way we have really embraced our clients, whether we see you physically or virtually, we can be able to really make you comfortable. That thing makes us very unique. We have clients here in Kenya, we have clients in the diaspora. We have over 40 projects. I always tell people, look for a developer who has our track record. You won't find with the vast wealth of experience and the years in construction, we've really understood the market. So when we say we understand the market, we really do understand the market. And I really like that about ourselves. It makes us unique. You can trust us. Our portfolio speaks for itself. We have different categories, below 5 million, the mid-range and the high-end. So whatever you're looking for, I am 100% sure you'll find it here at Kings Developers. This is a one-stop shop for you. Everything under one roof.